Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. First, I have to say, the response I got on my most previous video, I feel so defeated. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am honestly shocked by the amount of comments, likes, encouragement. It's insane. It's crazy. And it just goes to show that there are other people experiencing what you go through, and you as in me, like what I go through. Trading is such a lonely game, and to know that there are other people who feel the same way that you do, or who have felt the same way, but are still encouraging you, whether they're going through it right now or whether they've gone through it but are now giving you that boost and encouragement for you to get through it yourself too, is honestly it's so amazing, and I'm truly grateful for you guys. It just gives me the confidence. In fact, while I was going through my comments, I was trading last night, and I felt so empowered. It's not like it helped me with my trading. I still took the same trades I would normally take, but it just gave me a boost, that uplift that I needed. Especially after feeling so down. It was such a down feeling that was rough to say the least. But you guys really really encouraged me so much, and I'm so grateful. I got so many comments, a lot of suggestions too, which we'll talk about in just a second. But so many, so many encouraging comments, so much support. Honestly, I'm grateful. We also got hate comments as well. I think the funniest one was the most simple one, and he just said "you suck" with the laughing emoji. Like that gave me such a good laugh. Like I saw that at work, and I just started laughing. After seeing a patient, I just started laughing just because like it's just so funny. And some of the other hate comments too, of course, like that's what they are. They're hate comments. I've learned that people will tend to project how they feel about those types of situations onto other people, right? So for myself, I think it's really important to understand that, well, one, not to take it personally, but two, like we have such a short time in this life. We're only here for such a short period. So I want to use my words and I want to use my time to be able to help others and to uplift others and to be like the majority of the comments that gave me really good feedback and encouragement and support, rather than coming on to a video that pops up on your YouTube and coming in saying you suck, or you're not good, and blah blah blah. It was just a couple days ago actually, where at work, obviously, if you guys don't know, I'm a physical therapist and I work in the hospital, and part of the job sometimes is patients pass away. And we had at our hospital, we have what's called the final salute when the patient passes away. So earlier in the day, we heard a code blue, which means a cardiac arrest. My coworker actually saw the patient who passed away, and she was just saying that he was like all blue in the face. So, it's really unfortunate. May he rest in peace. But I've never seen a final salute before, which is where people gather around and they're playing this really like somber music as he's taken outside of the hospital. So I grabbed a student physical therapist who actually, funny enough, went to the same school that I graduated from. And I grabbed him. I was like, yeah, like we gotta hurry up. Don't, if we don't hurry up, we're not gonna make it in time. And it was actually my first experience seeing that. And it just reminds me that life is so short. Like you come here, you live here for 70 to 80, maybe sometimes 90 years, 100 if you're lucky, if you want to even call it lucky. For some people, they're just miserable living to that long, but we're only here for such a short amount of time, and that's why I make these videos. That's why I call my channel Trading Stoically, because I'm trading, obviously, and I'm doing my best to do it in a stoic manner, but stoicism is not just like making sure your emotions are in check and all of this other stuff. It's about going about things in the most virtuous manner possible. And that's what I want to do in life, right? So for myself, that's helping people. Obviously, that's why I'm a physical therapist, to help people. Um, but also too with this community as a whole. I want to be able to encourage you guys. I want to be able to push you guys forward and inspire you guys too. Show you what it's like to go from someone who's unprofitable to someone who's consistently profitable. And I'm glad that I have the opportunity and the platform to be able to do that day in and day out. I've literally recorded every single trade since April 2025 on this YouTube channel. And okay, not every single one, but most trades I have. And I just want to be able to share my journey with you guys. And I'm so glad that you guys are also sharing your journey with me as well, and being a part of this game that we call trading. So I really do appreciate you guys so much. Part of the appreciation is the comments, especially the suggestions. I had so many suggestions. One of the most common ones was, oh, higher time frame trade, the higher time frame. Guys, read this book. The Best Loser Wins. He talks about it in this book, but time frames are relative, right? Someone could literally be trading the 30-second chart and it's a downtrend, and then on the daily it's an uptrend. But first of all, time is fractal, right? If you were to take a chart, just a chart filled with Japanese candlesticks, and you didn't know the time frame, you couldn't guess what time frame it is because it's fractal. Unless you're trading penny stocks, then that's different. But it's time is fractal, right? In order for you to be on an uptrend on the 30-minute, you must first become an uptrend on the 1 minute, right? So as you guys know, if you don't know, I trade the 1 minute chart, but I use the 5 minute chart as well. But that doesn't mean that I ignore the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 30 minute, or the hour, or the 4 hour. I usually don't look at the daily because it's not that important for my trading, but I will literally go down all the way down to the 4 hour and see what's going on if I need to, right? But most of the times I stay within the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, and then sometimes the 30 minute and the hour, right? It's all relative in terms of what's going on. So, yes, on that trade, I did take a trade to the downside. And like I said in that video too, I got burned earlier in the month while we were in an uptrend doing the same thing, but actually trading in the opposite direction, which was the bullish direction. Everyone has a different strategy. So that's why I always refrain from coming into someone's comment section, coming into someone's YouTube channel and telling them to trade a certain way, because I'm not with them day after day. I'm not with them every single minute that they're trading, right? I don't know how they trade. I don't know what they do. So I always try my best anyway to refrain from saying you need to do this, you need to do that. I know I've spoken about that before on this channel, but that's why when I go into the comment section and I see suggestions, I appreciate every single one of them. But does that mean I'm going to listen to every single one of them? No, I will not. Some of them, yes. Some of them that make sense to me, absolutely. But some of them, no. In fact, a lot of them, no, right? Because you need to be able to know what your strategy is, what you do. Of course, listen to other people. Don't just disrespect them. That's not nice. Respect everyone. Respect their opinions. Respect their suggestions. But it doesn't mean that you have to take them yourself. Another thing I wanted to say too is I didn't realize how difficult it can be documenting your journey, because again, so many people associate losing with bad. I lost on that Thursday trade, technically Wednesday night, and a lot of times, and again, I mean, it's kind of my fault, right? Like I came on and I said I feel so defeated, which I did. But if I were to take the emotions out of it, like it was such a great trade, it just didn't work out, you know? And I saw someone on Twitter say the same thing. I forgot his name, but he was like, yeah, I'm really annoyed. I took all the right trades. They all just lost, but I'm more annoyed than normal. I was like, same. You know, and that's what happens, but that's part of trading. It just happens like that, you know? It just happens like that. And you have to be able to be strong and be able to go through it. But because I document every single day, like people will see the amount of losing, or people will see um, you not doing so well, whether it's emotionally or whether it's your trade's not going so well, especially earlier on my YouTube journey. And they'll criticize you and they'll say, oh, like you're not doing this or you're not doing that. And a lot of times, especially when it comes to the psychology stuff, they're right, you know? But if you're trading well and you're doing everything you're supposed to do and you're following your rules, you've back tested, you know what has made you profitable. It's okay if you lose. I really want everyone to understand that it's okay to lose, guys. It's okay to go on a 5-day losing streak. If you're doing everything right, it's okay. Now, if you're tilting, if you're just entering random trades, things like that, of course that's not okay. So we need to be able to get away from that. But if you're doing everything right, then it's fine. I've only had 4 winning days this month, which is abnormal for me. At least recently, it's abnormal. I had such a great December, decent November, good October, decent September, decent August, right? Like I've had on all of those months, I've had more winning days than losing days. So this is my first month, I think, since that May 2025, where I have more losing days than winning days. So I can understand why I felt so demoralized after losing when taking an A plus setup. Um, but it happens, guys. It happens. Losing is a part of the game. You're not going to win every single trade. You know, whatever the fake gurus tell you, like you will lose trades, guys. You will lose trades. Like Thomas Frank says, we will lose games. Anyway, um, but let's talk about today's trade because to be honest, I'm I'm recording this um Friday night, so this should be uploaded pretty soon. But I don't even remember what happened because it was all a blur. And then also too, I went to work and work was absolutely insane. So I will have my executions on. We will try to decipher what we did, but I think I kind of remember to an extent in terms of what happened and where we added and what we did, right? So here, this is how we started. We're on a uptrend, right? We are on an overall uptrend, but for the session, we are also on an uptrend, right? And you can even see too, we bounced off of prior day value area high as well. So it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, cool, like you're having this really good support down here. Now the ATR is pretty large, especially too coming into Tokyo Open. So the ATR being like even at some points 3 or 4 is pretty huge for the 1 minute chart at this time relative to other days, right? So here we have this move up, right, at 7:59, and then boom, the Tokyo Open, we come down. So where we come down to is past the value area low, but you can see we're really close to that value area high level, and we start bouncing from here. So what I'm looking to see is a high volume bounce from one of these areas, and this is where we take the trade. So if it bases, we want to take a trade in the upside. So now if I remember, we added one contract here. I need to do a better job. This is one thing that I actually need to do a better job of is waiting for candle closure unless it's definitive, right? And we'll show a definitive candle later on um, in today's video. But this is not a definitive candle. It was going up, it looked good for 30 seconds, so I added, but then it came down, right? So I need to wait and be more patient. However, the area of entry is not bad. And we only added one contract at that point. Um, so that's fine, right? I always like to add slowly first before I start adding more. So we added there, we added more high volume, cutting through VWAP as well. We stagnate, we add more here, high volume, again, we stagnate, we add more on higher volume. But this is where gold got extremely tricky. I took some off here, right? Because I didn't want to lose profits, but we kept our stop loss the same. Initially, it was down here. We moved it up as we started establishing these logical levels. Now, I said that in the comment section a lot. What I mean by that is on the 1 minute chart or the 5 minute chart, if we start basing and we start forming pivot points, right, then I want to be able to place my stop losses in those areas. So 944.9 on the 5 minute chart was one of them. Or sorry, 940. Yeah, 944.9. So that was one of them. So we kept it there. Um, Made sure to move our stop loss up, right, as we added more, as you can see, right? And then as we continued higher, I added. Now, my risk is very dynamic. This is something I'll probably talk about too on another video. But you can see here, I added five and I added five more as we continue to confirm higher, right? But that doesn't mean my stop loss stays down here for those five contracts. It moves up. It moves up, right? So that's something that I always have to be aware of, especially when you're sizing, because as Tom Hugard says in The Best Loser Wins, if you're adding to winners, your stop loss has to move up with you. Otherwise, it will lead to a much more dramatic loss if you keep your stop loss the same. So it's kind of like these are its own individual trades, even though it's still the same trade. And then you can see what happened here. We took some off here, and then we were ultimately stopped out on this candle here. So good trade, but a frustrating trade. As you can see, the price action has been really tough. Um, but we made it through, we made it alive, and it actually came all the way down here before bouncing back higher and then coming down. So price action just overall has been tough this month. It's just one of those things that occurs. It's one of those things that happens, and we just have to be able to work through it. Um, yeah, so winning day, we were actually, despite all the turmoil, one, we're up for the month, which is insane. It's been my worst month in a while. So I'm very grateful to be up. And two, we are one day away from a payout. Let's see what happens on Sunday. If we can get it on Sunday, great. If not, we're staying alive. And I think that's the most important thing for myself too, is that I've actually managed risk really well. This was an excellent trade, so I understand why I lost that much. But $98 loss, $373 loss, $478 loss, 470, 258. We're managing risk really well, keeping the majority of losses under $500 and the majority of wins, although it's only four, over $500, right? So, um, doing our best in that regard. So we're still in a good spot. I really do hope that, our next trade is a winner. So that way we can just take the payout and forget about this funded account. But again, we just got to keep going, keep following your rules, keep doing the same things over and over again, and you will be successful. It's Friday, so shout outs. To be honest, if I were to go through all of the comments here, it'd be too many. It'd be too many to shout out. So, again, like I said in the beginning of the video, I am so appreciative and thankful for everyone. I mean, I even had people, I gotta respond, but I even had people like Two Wheels, One Lens, who's a YouTuber who's inspired me to not only show my trading journey, but to start my YouTube channel as well. So to have him comment, in fact, I think he was the first comment on here to comment on my video, like that is just absolutely insane, right? So had a lot of comments coming through. I just want to shout out you guys too. I know we had some from like J. Cole the Barber again, which is really cool. She said on my mama. I love that. Katya with the encouragement as well. Phoblo with the good reminder too that even if it's an A plus or A plus plus setup, at the end of the day, it's still probability, which is so true. Have to be mindful of that. Also, to everyone who's shared their journeys, shared their tough times too. I really do appreciate you guys so much. Like, there's so many comments on here. I just kept on getting notification after notification after notification throughout the day while I was sleeping, while at work. So I really just appreciate you guys. Like, even Hope from Diary of a Novice Trader as well. Hope sent me a gift. I don't know if you guys saw that video. It's back in like June, I think. She sent me a gift, like an unboxing for winning one of her giveaways. Um, and she shouted me out, and since then my channel has grown so much. So I'm always indebted to Hope for everything. So even she commented as well, which is so cool. It's so cool. But I really do appreciate you guys so much for that. Even on the Discord too, I haven't really been active on here just because I've been so busy at work and I've been so busy trading, and of course responding to all of the comments has been a lot. So again, if you're struggling, just keep going, keep going. If you're doing well, that's so awesome. Keep it up as well. Go ahead to join the Discord. Go into our Centurion highlights channel. Oh wait, no, 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 I'm not trying to reorder. My girlfriend would get upset if I tried something like that. No, she wouldn't get upset, but I don't want to ask her to fix things that I messed up. Um, but go into our Centurion highlights channel, post your trades. Ghost had a really nice one here as well. I always tell everyone to put it in there, so that way it's easier for me to shout out. But D. Augustin had a nice trade. Eric finally had a winning day after 5 straight losses as well. So post it in the Centurion again. Sorry, post it in the Centurion highlights channel. So that way on Fridays I can come in and shout you guys out too. But it's hard when you have a lot of comments like this. It is very difficult. But I am so grateful for everything. I'm grateful for you guys too, and we're staying alive. We're staying alive. We're not giving up. We're gonna continue to keep going. We're still here, no matter what. And yeah, so I really do appreciate you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. I have a couple ideas planned for video topics such as my strategy, my full strategy, as well as the things that help me to become profitable in 2025 and how I plan to implement those things in 2026 as well. So I haven't had the time. I was supposed to do that like a week ago or two. I haven't had the time. Same thing with the accountability buddy as well on the Discord. I will, and me and Stephanie will get to that this weekend for sure. I know I've been promising that for a while. It's my fault. I apologize, guys. So that will be coming soon. Um, we'll see how things go. I do appreciate you guys so much for watching. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Hopefully, you guys are trading well. And yeah, keep trading stoically. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay warm, especially if you're in the United States. It's gonna get really cold. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.